Hey there, old school gamers. Welcome back to Grumpy Old GMs, where we work to bring out the most greatest inner DM GM possible in you. All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about how to get the most out of Grumpy Old GMs. There's that old saying, you get out of something what you put into it. I guess that's kind of true here. It usually is in most things. I'm going to start with a story, and then the story will connect. I absolutely promise it will. But back in the 1990s, when I was a college kid, I was getting my degree in biochemistry. And, you can tell that I just used my biochemistry degree just so much on my full-time DMGM gig. But regardless, the point of mentioning that it was biochemistry is to give you the background that I was required to take both Calculus 1 and Calculus 2. And Calculus 1 was easy for me. Like, it was a lot of work. Like, it took time. I really didn't like how much homework it took to get through Calculus 1. I got an A. It was easy for me, but I would have rather been doing other things than all that homework because, I was young and in college. But then Calculus 2 was not easy for me. Calculus 2, the people in my dorm who tried to help me with it told me that it was literally rocket science. The people who were computer engineers or math majors or engineering majors, whatever, the people that were going in math a lot further than I was, because Calculus 2 was the last thing I had to do, then I could stop with biochemistry. But there were math nerds that were trying to help me with this. They told me it was literally rocket science, that it was the kind of thing I'd need to know if I went to work at NASA and actually plan space flights and stuff. So I just was not interested, knew I wouldn't actually use that for my degree or anything. But I failed the first time, and I had to take Calculus 2 a second time, and I was happy to get a D. I went out and partied that night when I officially was getting a D, because I passed Calculus 2. I didn't care that it was a D, even though I'd gotten an A in Calculus 1. And so that semester that I got a D in Calculus 2, I visited my college academic counselor. And he just came down really super hard on me, like, oh, John, I don't know if you're going to graduate on time now, blah, 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 blah. And, I did have to take Calculus 2 twice, but I can do math. Remember, A in Calculus 1? And these days, at age 51, I'm a certified math teacher and everything. So, been teaching math for years now. And I can do math. I just had to take Calculus 2 twice, whatever. But I knew mathematically that this guy was full of crap. That it was totally, when I looked at my credits and everything and my plan to graduate on time, it was totally legit. Totally, not even the slightest bit threatened by what had happened with Calculus 2. Like, I was definitely graduating on time. No problem. This guy, just for whatever reason, just didn't believe in me or thought that I was some kind of, jagoff or something. But anyway, I was sitting there, and I thought in my mind, I didn't say the quiet part out loud, but I thought, you son of a bitch. Because now this was in my 20s in college, and God hadn't called me to be a teacher yet. I was kind of rebelling against my heritage because on my dad's side of the family, there were teachers back for 5 generations. And my mom was a teacher. That's how my parents met, was being teachers together. And so I've always had a teacher's heart, even though I, for a while, didn't want anything to do with teaching. But that's a whole nother story. But the thing is, as somebody with a teacher's heart, I'm sitting there thinking, you son of a bitch. You are my academic counselor. You are supposed to be encouraging me. You are supposed to be helping me. You're supposed to be supporting me. You're supposed to actually. You're getting paid to believe in me. Actually, you're getting paid to be my counselor and help me. And I'm not even threatened here. Like, mathematically, I can totally graduate on time. I thought, you son of a bitch, how dare you tear me down? I would never do this to somebody else. I would never tear them down when they have a chance to make it. Or not even a chance, an excellent, like, they're totally going to make it. I don't know why, I guess he had a bad day or something, or just perceived me incorrectly or something. I don't know what was going on with him. But he just thought, oh, I was just washing out of college or something. I'm like, I had to take one class twice. Dude, what's the deal? But anyway, when I walked across the stage to graduate college on time, according to my plan, and picked up my little diploma holder, because they send you the real diploma in the mail later, The diploma holder on stage is just for show. But when I picked up my little diploma holder and walked over, and shook people's hands on the stage in my cap and gown, I made sure to pump his arm extra vigorously, look him right in the eye, and make sure that he knew I was there on time. But the moral of the story is that I don't respond well to being told what I can and can't do. And I'm not really sure how much of that is me specifically as an individual and how much of that is just my American heritage of being an American. But I don't respond well to being told what I can and can't do. Now, being told what to do, if someone is an appropriate authority over me, I can completely be respectful. I was raised to be a respectful person when someone has appropriate authority and tells me what to do, but don't tell me what I can and can't do with my life. That's a totally different thing. Don't tell me what I can and can't do with my life. And so recently, here's the connection. There was a person who was kind of trying to poo-poo the chances of my YouTube channel a little bit. And they were kind of poo-pooing on the chances of my YouTube channel by saying that there's really no difference between my YouTube channel and the hundreds of other YouTube D&D channels that are out there on YouTube right now. I beg to differ. And here we go. So the story has come full circle with the whole, and I hope you have this spirit too. The spirit, anybody listening to my voice right now, I pray for you that you have a spirit of other people not telling you what you can and can't do, because that's what you need to make it in life. That's what you need to achieve something in this life, and not just kind of scrape by until you die. Who wants to have lived like that? Just scrape by until you die. So you've got to have that spirit of people not telling you what you can and can't do. So how that pertains here is with this YouTube channel, well, not just the YouTube channel, but the whole GrumpyGMs.com, GameShopsBasement.com program here, the picture on the screen today is me, the blue-haired elf, like I've talked about before, and your personal DMGM coach is standing by. Yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine who said, now, John, you can't say no one. The internet's a big place. You don't know everything. But no one that I am aware of is doing what I'm doing here on the internet. I will call you personally and on Discord or the phone and be your coach. At the medium level of our Patreon, I'll call you for 30 minutes a week with my personal time, listen to your personal questions, care about what's going on with you personally. At our highest Discord level, I will call you once a month? No, I got that backwards. Sorry. It's the medium level is once a month. The higher level is once a week. There we go. That makes a whole lot more sense. But the point is, I will call you on Discord or on the phone and be your personal DM coach. No one that I am aware of out there in the internet is doing this. It is unique. In economics or business theory, we'd call it the USP, the unique selling proposition. There are other YouTube sites on YouTube, or D&D sites on YouTube, and I watch them. I'm fans, okay, and they've all got their USP, their unique selling proposition. Tulok the Barbarian shows you how to make pop culture characters with 5e D&D builds. That's his thing. And Dungeon Dad takes the monsters from previous editions from D&D and Pathfinder and stuff and writes them up for 5e. That's his thing. My main thing, I've got a couple other things I do, like reviewing free D&D stuff and stuff like that. But the main thing here that I promote every day, every video, is our Patreon. The number of Patreon students is growing. And just look out. I'm on my way here. I mean, my Patreon students are getting good results. And I'm not such an egomaniac that I think I'm the only teacher that they need, and so I plug them into other teachers as well. Other teachers around me that I know on the internet or here in the mighty city of St. Louis who do certain things better than I do. We're really forming like a Game Master Academy here, and one student at a time. And I think it's pretty affordable for somebody who wants to really perfect that craft in their life, or at least work on perfecting that craft, because perfection is it's like true north on a compass. You're headed in that direction. You may never reach the North Pole. You may never reach perfection, but it is your compass guide to want to be better, to want to continue to perfect yourself. But that's how you get the most out of this. Is check out our Patreon. Down below, there's the Patreon link, and I can't wait to get to know you and hear about your players and your successes, your struggles, your dreams, and your hopes for GMing and DMing. So in the meantime, there's a whole bunch of contact information below in terms of our Discord, hanging out with us, finding games to play with us, stuff like that. Today's Obsidian Portal wiki entry was on the Well of Spirits. That's down. Obsidian Portal is down there below as well. So in the meantime, I'll see you around the gaming table.